Well, then you started writing your own songs and putting out material. Why?
Why?
Yeah. Why pursuing this? Why doing this for?
Well, it was never exactly a deliberate choice. When I finished school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I had the music aspect, but I didn't know how to wield that. I didn't think I could get to university with it. It wasn't really couldn't provide you with much other than performance sake. So I thought I don't think I was very aware of my own options. So I just headed down to Glasgow and I just started playing anyway.
Where?
I just emailed all the venues I could possibly find. I went to every open mic night that there was in Glasgow. I'd already established some connections down there with other artists, and so I started recording like small bits and pieces, reworking on some of the songs, experimenting with bands, and it just evolved from there. And since then, it's just been evolving.
And what did you learn by playing live so much? Did you learn about the song structures and what works or what not?
Yeah, you learn everything to do with like everything from stage presence, like dealing with the people who you're playing to playing the songs, to like finding the yeah, you learn a lot, but yeah, when you're playing songs, you're just, yeah, it's nice to sing, for example. It's just always a buzz to play something that you've written or that means something to you.
No, but maybe you can tell better what works on an audience when you perform many times.
Yeah.
Can you tell maybe songs that you thought, well, they are good, but maybe the audience reacted different to them?
Yeah. Yeah, but I quite enjoyed to maybe. I've got a lot of songs that could please people, because they're sweet and they're nice and they've got nice, you know, there's nothing offensive about them. And then there's some other ones that sometimes are more of a struggle to play, like because some songs deal with more difficult subjects.
For example?
I have a song called, well, on this album I've got the likes of The Fog, which is a louder one and a darker one, and every time I play it, it's a really good release. It's a really good sort of release of like almost like dark confessions almost.
What is the song about?
I can't entirely say because I don't know. Like, it came at a time when I wasn't feeling in a dark space or anything. I was in an okay space. And I think I'd actually been inspired by old nursery rhymes and like traditional like Brothers Grimm stories and Hans Christian Andersen, the proper fairy tales, the fairy tales that are dark and quite spooky. So that was an inspiration, but then also on a personal level, I think it was the mind wandering into places or into, you know, fantasizing about situations that are harmful, are not like good, like, we've always got this like curiosity for things that are bad or are slightly more shadowed or shameful. And so that song might be about that.
Do you have an example of such a situation?
Yes. Probably plenty. It's just like confessing, like when you're in, like, well, I've not confessed actually ever in church, but it's like lying. Am I blushing? I can almost feel like I'm blushing. That's so embarrassing. Why do I have to blush on this on the camera? Anyway, so yeah, like bad situations. Lies, and although I'm not a very good liar because I just go red. Boys, they can make you think strange things. And then I have another song called I've Got a Girl, which is even worse, which is a bit strange. It's all about, and it's much harder to sing compared with The Fog. The Fog is like kind of like you're enjoying this aspect where you're playing with the darkness. Whereas I've Got a Girl was written because I had a dream or a few dreams that really disturbed me and left me feeling really shaken. And the dream was about having this girl, or the dream was about a girl, and she was being really horrible to me. But when I thought about it, when I thought back, I realized that maybe I was this girl, and it's songwriting and dreams are two things that allow you to explore yourself in like every nook and every cranny, and realize, you know, if you're going to explore yourself and be honest with yourself, especially for the sake of writing a song so that other people can feel like you're tapping into something that they might be too not want to share, then you've got to accept these things. And that's why I like writing songs, because and looking at my dreams, because they're usually giving you a truth about yourself that you might not want to admit.
Is it hard?
Yeah, I'd say so. I've Got a Girl is difficult because it was like talking about, in my dream, she was this girl, I was trying to tell everybody that she was bad, and nobody believed me. And she had all these knives in her room, like all these like, and every time I brought people to the room, it would just be a normal bathroom. So like everything was hidden. And so I was realizing in this dream, as I explained it to my mum, I woke up and I explained it to her, and I was slowly realizing that that girl was nobody but myself, and I had to deal with this girl who was hiding things in her room.
But how often have you been that girl?
There's no knowing, but the singing of that song is probably a useful way of getting rid of her, because you're accepting her.
And how often do you have to sing her?
Most nights.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.